Everyone will say a few words and do a little welcome, so kindly gather around. I brought a speaker with a microphone, but I think it's more suitable to the environment if we refrain from using that. So I'm delighted to see you all here tonight on this glorious afternoon. Someone was saying it's quite particularly beautiful flat light. Some people might say it's not sunny enough, but might be like a photographer thing. So my name is Wouter van der Voorde and I'm the acting director at Photo Access. For those who don't know, Photo Access is the ACT Center for Contemporary Photography, Film and Video Art, and we're based at the Monarch Arts Center. We are very privileged tonight here to be joined by Ngunnawal elder Tyrone Bell to welcome us to country on this site. And when I asked Tyrone a little while ago if he was available to do this welcome, I briefly outlined what the project was about. And almost got an immediate response from Tyrone saying that he was very keen to be present here tonight. And this immediate response only strengthened my beliefs that what we are doing here tonight is what we're supposed to be doing. So everyone please join me in welcoming Tyrone.
Thanks for that, W. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tyrone Bell. I'm a descendant of the Ngunnawal people. And it's my privilege this evening to welcome you to the country of the Ngunnawal people. To begin with, I'd like to let you know that traditional Aboriginal law requires any visitors to the country being made welcome. This customary tradition has been passed on by all our generations. This ritual forms a part of our belief system. Its purpose is for visitors to acknowledge whose country it is and then being acknowledged as visitors and made welcome. This welcome custom has happened for thousands of years and we use it as protection for country against bad spirits. The country in which you stand today is that of the Ngunnawal people. Being a Ngunnawal traditional custodian, it gives me pleasure to invite you onto the country of my people. Dawa Nuna, Dawa Ngunnawal, Yulamundi, Canberra, Kindalin, Wangara Lijin, Yin, Maran, Balan, Dindi. In the language of my people means this is Ngunnawal country. Welcome to our meeting place. Please enjoy. We acknowledge and pay our respects to our elders, past and present. We call country the mother because as a mother cares for her children, so does the land cares for us. This is why Aboriginal people have such close ties with the land. On behalf of myself and my people, I send a warm welcome to everyone here. I'm proud to be Aboriginal and one of the traditional carers of this land. I want you to feel welcome while on our country. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge those that have come to this area for the first time and warmly welcome you. For those that have been here before, welcome back. And of course, for those that live here, please continue to enjoy. We want you to feel welcome while visiting Ngunnawal country and ask that you respect the land that we have done for 60,000 years plus. So in keeping with the Ngunnawal tradition and the true spirit of friendship and reconciliation, treat everyone and everything with dignity and respect. And by doing so, it is our belief that your spirit will be harmonised with your stay on Ngunnawal country. It's our belief that our ancestors will then in turn bless your stay on our spiritual land. May the spirit of this land remain with you today, tomorrow and always. Once again, on behalf of the Ngunnawal people, I welcome you to our traditional country. Bulu, Mulu, Bulu, Gani, Budan, Dawa. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Jan Yimaba Noyan. Thank you and goodbye, but not yet. Say a little bit. So, I'll talk a little bit about what's happening with us. We're just about to lodge native title over the ACT and also New South Wales, so of our traditional country. So this process has been 8 years in the making. So of course a lot of people have said to us that native title takes a long time, but we've already achieved native title back in 2000 when my late father put a claim in. Naturally that got registered, went through the process of that. So with Dad's claim, that went from 2000 to 2004. That was in New South Wales, not the ACT. Back in the day when we dipped our toes into the ACT, they didn't want to recognise native title. So it's going to be very interesting today when we have a look at it. So I remember a few years ago on that, I actually told Andrew Barr when I had a meeting with him, he fell off the chair. So when I picked him up, the first thing Andrew said to me, "What are you claiming? Namaji?" And I said, "No, Andrew, we're claiming all our country." So the due diligence, because Dad, when he pulled the claim out in 2004, he had no funding to continue that. So 8 years later, I was talking to a few other traditional custodians. So we decided to build the due diligence around it. I'm a business person, of course. So the first thing we went out was to get funding. So we got that, reoccurring funding now to do everything. And the second thing, we wanted to get the best native title lawyers in the country. So we've got 2 of them now. And the third thing, we've got one of the best persons to go out and do the anthropology side of things, the report. So that's nearly done. So there's got to be a few people out there what believe they've got connections to country. They're out. So again, this process, it'll probably take a couple of more months. But there's areas like this where we'll be sitting down with the government because we want to work with the wider community and we will be protecting them. So, you know, it's about time that us as First Nations people, us as traditional custodians, we have a say in how our country's managed. So it's very tokenistic when people are getting up and saying, oh, this is your country, but I say to them, okay, where's our country? Can you show me where I've got country? I got to get permission myself to actually go out into the parks to practice my own culture. For example, Namaji. I run tours out there, or I did back in the day before the bushfires, and I had to get a pick up and drop off key. I was not allowed to have a key. So even with my senior elders, I couldn't even, take them out, right out on country and that. So, it gets very frustrating in that, of course, with all the fires that have come through and that too. So enough's enough. We've got to start, not being kind about things anymore. We've got to be very aggressive about things. But in saying that, we want to work with the wider community to protect our land. So again, like I'm naturally getting older now. So this is not about us today. This is about our next generations coming through. So I want my next generations coming through to be proud of who they are and know who they are. And I want them to have something that we never had, our own land. That journey, it's nearly at the end, but I actually invite you guys all along to join us on this journey. And in the future, we'll be having more, functions together and that as Ngunnawal people, and I'll invite you all along on that too to share that, because I can see now that the governments are starting to get scared because we're all coming together. But to us, it's about having our country back for the first time, because I remember Mum. Naturally, Mum's got Alzheimer's today, but when you take her out for a drive years ago on that, Mum be saying, well, all this land was just taken off us. So it's about, building everything up and, paying respect to my late father, my uncles and aunties, to Mum and all the other traditional custodians that have passed on and that, because this time we're taking no prisoners. So again, it'd be very interesting that, but I want you guys to be involved in that. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So we'll put this down on our map that it's got to be protected. Yeah.
Tyrone, thank you so much for your welcome us to country, and like I said, your words and your presence here tonight will resonate through this gathering and provide a crucial point of reference, I think, for the perception of this project. I feel really grateful to have you here tonight, and thank you for your ongoing custodianship, teaching and championing Ngunnawal culture.
But it's all about us working together to make this happen too. Because, to me, it's all about reconciliation. We need to meet in the middle and start making things happen.
Thank you. So, over the past decades, the urban development along Canberra's western edge has been relentless. Entire habitats and ecosystems have been cleared to make way for new town centres, high-rise buildings and ever-expanding web of roads. Besides a unique ecosystem rich with endangered flora and fauna, Bluett is a crucial part of the wildlife corridor stretching from the Murrumbidgee to Black Mountain. The quickly expanding suburbs have been a concern for many environmentally minded folk in our community, and we are those people. And I'm sure the following speaker will talk more to the ecological importance of the site. The project along the Western Road, witnessing Bluett, started when Dr. David Wong approached us. I can see it right over there. About a year ago, and through his studies of his eucalypt ecosystems, he was awarded the Dahl Fellowship, and he was seeking to develop a project in partnership with Photo Access. And very quickly, this area was earmarked as a suitable location. Over the past 17 months, 17 photographers joined David Wong with a small army of specialists, of whom I can see many present here tonight. Jean Casburn, the Bluett's advocate, who will say a few words later, Colin Bokel, photographer and writer, Alice Wells, entomologist, Chris Holly, photographer, and Caroline Young, visual artist. And each of these specialists brought their own vision and passion to the project, imparted their knowledge and shared aspects of their practice with participants. What we see here installed tonight is only a small selection of the work produced over this chunk of time. As of this project, this culmination in situ is not enough, we are also launching the book, as you might have seen, to accompany this installation. And the book is a deeper dive into the work produced during this time. There's also writings in by different participants, and it's for sale at the drinks table. So any of the funds raised for the book will go back into funding similar projects like that. So you're contributing directly to our community. I have one unresolved thought that I have when it comes to fences, and in my eyes, and I don't know if Tyrone would agree to that, fences are one of sort of the ultimate colonial artifacts to me. And I personally have a thing for crossing fences and trespassing to see what's on the other side of the fence. I wish Australia had the right to roam like they have in the UK. Countless joyful excursions have sprouted from me doing just this, like jumping a fence. And my credo is leave no trace and take only photos. I would now like to introduce our next speaker, the fearless Jean Casburn. And Jean is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most engaged and passionate people working relentlessly to highlight the importance of Bluett's block. And I remember the first outing of this project, Jean was leaving many participants breathless in her trail powering up the steep hill that goes up there. And it's just like a little example of the fire that sort of drives this woman. So, Jean.
Oh, I don't know about fire. Just a few words.
Come in a bit closer, guys.
A bit.
Yeah. I got a microphone. You would like to do a microphone, Jean?
Well, tell me if you can't hear, and I shall project. I've been asked today to say a few words about this wonderful wild environment currently named Bluett's block. Currently only.
Can I move that back to a traditional note?
Yes,
Go on.
I would think so, yes.
Okay, I'll work on that tonight.
It is so good to see all of you here today. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you, Dave Wong and Photo Access, for the wonderful support you have given and demonstrated towards conservation of this block and this block 12. The wellspring for change in this area has come from all of you, from your ongoing interest. May all of the creatures passing through this bushland connecting the Molonglo and the Murrumbidgee rivers continue to be able to do so with safety. And for people of mostly important to enjoy this wonderful bushland. We hope for and really need the ACT government to reconsider planning towards development in this area prior to the Western Edge development. Now, is there something you want to add to this, Alice? Alice and I have worked hard together in writing things, and she editing me most severely. But
No, Jean's been the impetus for everything. She's pushed and pushed and pushed me, even when I'm a bit reluctant. She'll push, and she's done a fantastic job of publicising the beauty and conservation values of what we call Bluett's block. If you look up Canberra Nature Map, you can find a lot of the images are under the title of Piney Ridge. Bluett's and Piney Ridge as
Bluett's
well.
Block Facebook as well.
Yes,
and thank you so much for coming today and for supporting us and we supporting you and continuing to support you. We have
We'd be very pleased to keep in touch.
yes, very.
We'll definitely keep you updated where the native title is. Because it'd be good to sit down with the ACT government and also make them aware that this area is going to be protected.
Yes.
We hope that it can be conserved for future generations.
For sure.
It's an invaluable asset.
It is. And like right around here and that there's a lot of our cultural stories. Not far from here. There was actually grinding groups back in the day, what we found up here. So they went down on the river, they were up here.
Yes. Yes.
So, it's about protecting and preserving sites where we can. And, I get really sad in that when I see all these buildings going up. It's my late father that's always driven it in me and that to protect and preserve country, but also it's like you're saying, all the creatures or different things in there and that it's about still giving them homes and that to live as well.
There's much yet to
But
know
not
about
too
this
close.
land.
No.
Not too close. This side is really important. This side is where the big argument is in relation to the Western Edge development, because this has to wait for the Western Edge in current planning, and this is part of Denman Prospect, but it's only a leasehold for block 12.
No, don't worry, we'll claim it.
Yes.
Once we've got the block names and
The
numbers and
aspect
that,
of Bluett's block will be severely spoiled. That's a good one.
well, that's one of my spiritual birds.
Good. The aspect for most people of Bluett's block will be up the Spar Trail, and you need to be enclosed by the forest. Yes. And thank you for all the photographers that have contributed to the book today. This beautiful book.
You can yell a bit.
Yes, this is a lovely book. Only $30 as a record, and it also goes towards future conservation throughout the ACT. More?
No, that's right. I just didn't hear. I was missing the beautiful speech.
Yes, well, I suddenly knew who gave me the
Well, it really is fantastic that you've all contributed to the photographs in the book, but you've also enjoyed the beauty and attributes of Bluett's for them.
and to the people who came along and gave their time in talking about the environment with the participants. We could go on all night. Sorry, this is meant to be short.
So good, that's all good.
Yes, and the Conservation Council and Canberra Ornithologist Group, the Australian Conservation Foundation, the Nordic Walkers, the Brindabella Walkers, the Frog Group, the Orchid Group, you name it.
Some of the
Adil, they're all
and some of the members of the Legislative Assembly.
Oh, and the Assembly members, yes, and are all really caring
All
about
caring
this.
about it, and the ABC has featured it.
Yes.
We've had a lot of support from the community, which is fantastic.
Lovely.
It's no longer just us, it's a huge project to try
I
to
think they can go home and
conserve
can they?
Bluett's block.
Your baby has his
Oh,
view.
that's all right.
No, it's great what everyone's doing and that. So,
No, it's great.
definitely support you where we can.
Well, thank you so much, Gina and Alice. Lovely. Yes, give them a round of applause. I would like to now invite the one and only Dahl Fellow and mentor for this workshop, Dave, won't say a few words.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming. Yeah, so it's a great turnout, and thanks Tyrone for welcoming us to the country, and
Speak up a little bit.
and for your words just now. So
Yeah, I haven't seen this day for a long time. But
yeah.
he hasn't
See you
changed, but he's
again.
all right.
Yeah, I guess I got interested in this. I'll say some more thank yous later, but I guess to give you some context, I got interested in this block when I was thinking about talking to Kirsten about a project I could do with photo access, and it sort of echoed in a way the situation of another development area that I've been involved. I was in a catchment group, and they were putting a development in Ginninderry, and so a lot of the issues are the same. A lot of concern from the community and scientists, and fire issues potentially, but a lot of these issues weren't really getting weren't being listened to by the developers. So, I mean, I think this has been a great case study. I mean, for instance, in the Ginninderry area, we know it's a high fire risk there, and I'm sure this also applies over here. So I thought it's a really sort of it's kind of a contested landscape, and it's a great place for to have a creative response to that. And I think this group has really done that in a really amazing way through the book and the exhibition. So yeah, I'd just like to congratulate everyone and involved in the project, and thank them for also the whole experience. And I'd like to also thank Photo Access for everyone at Photo Access contributed in some way, really, people as tutors, and also the tutors that gave their time generously, Con, Jean and Alice, Chris Holly and Carolyn Young, and Rory from Photo Access also did a nighttime photography. So, and yeah, I mean, just want to hats off to Jean and Alice and all the people who are standing up for Bluett's blog through the Friends of Bluett's. Yeah.
And Bluett's Block Facebook page.
That's right. Yeah.
Friends of
Have a look
Bluett's
in
block.
there.
Yeah.
All the insects, all the yes, and fungi and birds, plants, you name it, orchids.
Yeah, and so yeah, congratulations to all the artists in this exhibition. Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you, David, for your kind and considerate contributions to this project, for being a catalyst to get this all off the ground. On a little side note, Dave's show at Photo Access is still on display till the 17th of December, and this exhibition will be installed in the Monaco Arts Centre Gardens for the remainder of the year. So if you want to visit that again, or I really encourage you to go see David's show. So then I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to all the participants in this amazing project. Ellen Bills, Angela Reimer, Beck Fassone, Bernadetta Law, Fiona Hooten, Jenny Savini, Jennifer Forrest, Charlie Corsi Brown, Joshua Law, Christian Herman, Mandy Bennett, Michael James, Miriam Blackburn, Rebecca Blackburn, Sarah Ryan, Scott Ferguson, Yasmin Idris and Yvette Morris. Sadly, a few of these people couldn't make it today. So all there's left for me to say now is to thank RCCT for their ongoing contribution to our organization, Landsbroek Bay for their continued provision of refreshing ales. Thanks again to David, thanks to Tyrone for your welcome to country. And last but not least, the incredible Photo Access team, of which half of the staff is currently at home sick. Luckily we have Maddie and Gabby here. And a special thank you to Caitlin, who did an amazing job on designing the book, and to Rory and Greg for being a couple of legends who are absent. Thank you so much for coming out, everyone, and passing through the fence. Please buy the book. Enjoy the merry times.